Desert level.
Can we not?
We have to.
It is pulling double duty as the traditional Mario desert level and the traditional Castlevania clockwork level.
Yep.
So, the second to first and second to last level of both franchises.
There's
So-
a deeper meaning.
I guess
in
it
all
makes
of this.
sense that it's the level completely in the middle of this game then?
By law of averages, I suppose so.
I wonder if that was intentional. Probably not, but it's a little funny to think about.
Now, I mean, what is it though? I mean, what is it that it just gets on our bad side about that? Is it the aesthetic or is it the overuse of the trope?
Both.
A little
It's
of
the
column A,
overuse
Also-
a little column B.
Well, column B.
The
Also a Star Wars quote.
the overuse of the trope, when you consider that it's not exactly a secret that gamers tend to find the desert level on any given platformer the most boring, no matter what platformer it is.
There's just not a lot of interesting things you can do with sand and desert. Because, I mean, the desert in the real world is an area of land that is basically desolate and doesn't have anything interesting in it. Which is why it's called a desert. So, it's deserted. Nobody wants to be there. So, I mean, what can you do with the desert level? You can have a lot of sand be in places and pyramids, I guess? I don't know.
What about a desert world that's in the middle of a sandstorm?
It's still sad.
No, but you have an obstacle in the form of a sandstorm.
I guess, but
Still
you
sand.
can't. You can have that be an obstacle, but you can't have the entire level be nothing but a sandstorm because then that gets irritating for its own reasons.
Yeah, it gets in your eye.
Our worst quote.
Ah, man.
Oh, I forgot these things were enemies.
Ah!
Those are not bombs.
That would be too easy.
They're just these generic-looking bomb enemies. That kind of gives me a Wario World sense, where, you know, Wario enemy design deliberately doesn't try to be Mario, just wants to be its own thing. So instead of bombs, you get
Schmabombs.
babams,
Baboons.
boo booms, yeah, bada booms.
Bada bing.
Bada booms. I'm just seeing a bomb dressed in pimp bling the entire time.
Oh boy, rubies. Are we gonna finish the Gen 3
The
trilogy
hardest
next world?
karate chop.
What did we get in the first area?
Amethyst.
Oh, amethysts. Okay.
And Haunted Towers was emeralds.
Yeah, this is ruby, so I wonder what's gonna be next area.
Oh no, this is set to daylight savings time.
But wait, we're in Arizona. Wait, that's the count here, so what time is it?
Arizona doesn't do daylight savings time?
No.
What? Why? I mean, granted, I asked.
Because it doesn't have time for that shit.
I mean, granted, asking why
The only
daylight,
place in the...
Daylight savings time is something that kind of only is done by America, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
but if you're, I mean,
Yes.
it's kind of. I mean, granted, I get you could just ask like, why does America do daylight savings time? But it's kind of like asking why does one state use the metric system? It's like, okay, now you're just being different just to be different. Okay, and we're being different because we're America and we're better.
Well, to be perfectly serious about this sort of thing, I think it's something farmers use nowadays.
No.
And I think only farmers. What was it? What was it then?
It was something to do with, like, during the 1700s, but even then they didn't really care. They just do it for some reason.
I remember hearing that daylight savings time began as a way to save on, like,
Daylight.
well, I mean, you extend daylight so that you wouldn't have to burn so much candle.
Except for
Ba-
farmers, you're up before dawn and you're going to bed when the sun goes down anyway, so... what
Daylight
difference does it make?
savings time is a way to impose to impose
To
your
enforce martial law.
to impose your schedule upon everyone else, essentially. By like, okay, you could just you know, adjust your sleeping schedule. But no, you're adjusting the clock, so your sleeping schedule stays where it is. Except not really, because you're just moving your sleeping schedule and the clock.
You don't want to adjust the time. You want time to adjust to you.
Fun fact,
Yeah.
Computer there had binary.
It's boo.
It says boo. I don't know what I expected.
Ooh, big safe.
There's probably nothing in it.
Nope, there is. It's a pot.
Oh, I thought it was like a golden barrel. It's like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this?
Oh, this one unravels into gold bars, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Oh, it's a key.
That makes even less.
Yeah, it was golden wrapped in nice tin foil. Much to the dismay of Luigi, who thought it was actual gold. No, it's just gold-colored tin.
So who's more greedy, Luigi or Wario?
Wario. It's not even a fucking
Yeah,
contest.
but think about all the money that Luigi's stealing from the dead here. Like that's an Indian
They're
burial.
dead. It's not like they're using it.
Yeah, but that's only because Luigi got here first. In terms of like actual level of greed, I would say Wario.
Yeah, but think about all of the curses that Luigi's
if
putting on
Wario
himself.
was here, he'd eat the goddamn walls just to progress. If he knew there was cash on the other side.
Well, there was cash in that wall.
Luigi has the courtesy to knock on the door.
I don't know. I think Wario's just not hiding it. I think Luigi acts under a falsehood of being kind, but he's just as money hungry as Wario is.
Look at that pale skin. He's been living in his brother's shadow for too long.
Well, it's more like Luigi has an objective, and just sort of happens to stumble upon oodles and oodles of cash along the way. So Wario wishes he could be him, but no.
But he's not him and never will be.
You know, that's kind of sad in its own way when you're not good enough to even be Luigi.
Forever Player 3.
Hey,
Oh, no, not even in the context of Mario Brothers. More Wario and Waluigi would be player 5 and 6.
Hey, to be fair to Wario, he has more games than Luigi does.
Are we counting the WarioWare games?
Well, it has Wario in the title, so...
You see, I never classified WarioWare as Wario games, just more of a game that has Wario in it.
Okay, so if we're just counting the the platformer stuff, then there's Wario Land 1 through 4, Shake It, and World, so that's still more than Luigi.
Mario is missing.
I can't believe you're.
Luigi's
I can't-
Mansion, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon.
That's 3.
You control Luigi, that's all that
Oh,
matters.
well, there's Dr. Luigi.
Okay, that's another one.
But that's not a Luigi game, that's a game with Luigi in it, if we're going by the WarioWare logic.
No, you
a
play
good point.
as Mario and Dr. Mario because you throw the pills into the bottles. Ah, got
Yeah.
you there.
Yeah.
But
You know,
that's
they
still
kinda
less than
miss-
Wario, though, because that's
They
4.
kind of missed a. They kind of missed a trick with this level because, like, okay, you have a level that combines desert elements with a vacuum cleaner. Why is vacuuming the sand up not a major thing here?
Well, you can, like that, like there, you can vacuum up.
Vacuuming up sand.
It's just, it's kind of something that you do along the way, and it's not really, like, you're never moving big piles of sand or anything like that. Like, you'd think...
Not just specific piles of sand. This is like that entire room was covered in sand, but the majority of it was just a floor texture, you know?
Like, I think you could do, if...
Well, that's exactly what it's a sand texture. It's not actual sand.
I think if they had done, maybe if they had done stuff like being able to move the sand a little bit easier, like you could suck it up and then move it. Like, you could do some, like, weight puzzles or physics stuff. Like, I don't know. It could have been something, I guess, as long as it didn't wear out its welcome.
It could have just been a clever graphical thing. Like you could, oh look, you can vacuum up all the sand on the floor. Sometimes there's secrets there, sometimes there's not. But it actually looks kind of cool when you use your vacuum in these rooms, you know?
Yeah, you know what? That is a decent point. It would. You just have to make sure that there's always stairs so that you can get to a higher floor and things like that. But even that wouldn't really be all that difficult.
Oh well.
Da-dum. Da-dum. Bum, 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 ba-da-da.
Oh, it's just one of these guys.
You know, I would have taken an actual shock at this point.
Sand sharks.
You know, you could have gotten it with a 2 level.
I wanted to prove a point.
You say it that way, I thought you were talking golf for a second. Should have used the 2 wood.
I don't know, it's 2.
You have chosen 3 wood.
But he suggests a putter. 3 wood.
He does kick up sand while he's walking, at the very least.
Yeah, but that just makes
Yes.
not being able to suck it up into your vacuum even weirder.
Again, sand texture. Or it's a carpet that looks like sand, just dusty.
I don't even remember what the whole goal of this area was. Other than, like,
Got another
to get
Waluigi
out.
mood piece.
Well, I know that, but there's usually a different thing
Same thing.
you have to do to get it.
Same thing as every area, Ted. Try to get the Waluigi piece.
Waluigi isn't even in this game.
It's the Waluigi mood piece.
You see, the thing is that Luigi doesn't know that yet. Had he know that if he was reconstructing this to build Waluigi, he would have dropped Ted day 1.
Isn't this whole game supposed to take place within one night?
I guess.
Does it?
Well, I know the original Luigi's Mansion's supposed to be one night.
Look,
Well, it never turns.
But I
It never
find
turns
it
to
easier
day
to
here.
believe
So
that it's only one mansion. Yeah, Luigi's Mansion, I think, originally had a time limit.
It did, but-
in the betas for Luigi's Mansion are really interesting because they added and removed
Yeah.
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it was a unique game concept. I mean, it was essentially a Ghostbusters video game if it were good, which we didn't have at that point. So
The Genesis game isn't that bad.
From what I've seen, it looks playable. Like, not fantastic, but playable.
Yeah, it's playable,
Well,
which is more
I
than we
mean-
can say than every other Ghostbusters game before. the
yeah, but I mean really,
not third movie.
I mean a really legitimately good Ghostbusters game, which was something we wouldn't get until like the Xbox 360.
Which I haven't played that game yet either, so...
It's okay. It's a decent third-person shooter type game where instead of just blasting things, you have to contend with trapping along the way. And yes, crossing the streams, if I remember correctly, is a thing you have to avoid.
Is it like an instant game over?
I don't remember.
Total protonic reversal.
What the hell?
It was just a fake wall.
Wallpaper. You know what this brick wall needs?
brick wallpaper.
Brick wall poster.
Oh boy, we got the compass. Now we gotta find the map.
Now for the treasure map.
Okay,
Oh, are we going to save the Waffle Kingdom?
Yeah.
the most irritating thing in Zelda...
It is a magical compass.
The most irritating thing in Zelda is finding the compass before the map, because you don't know where anything it's pointing to actually is.
I wonder if the use
All
of
you
the
know is
compass
that it's
wasn't an
in
actual
this
reference to
floor.
Thousand Year Door.
They did... Oh,
Yeah, like this is totally Paper Luigi, the Waffle Kingdom origin
okay,
story.
so I was playing Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door a couple of weeks back. I actually still need to finish that run through, actually. I've been distracted. But I went... If you go back to the town with the little kid who references all the Nintendo games, after a certain point, he says, you know what? I think they should make a Paper Luigi game. That'd be really awesome. And it never happened. So even the developers wanted to do it, but Nintendo said, no, we want money.
There's more money in the Mario and Luigi series. There
But-
can't be two RPG series.
Yeah, that just doesn't make sense having two RPGs, you know? Like, that's why, Square Enix,
Like,
they
I'm-
only make one RPG series ever. That's That they don't make two. That wouldn't make any sense.
I'm probably going to give Color Splash a playthrough because it does honestly look fun. Just a different kind of fun than I generally look for in Paper Mario.
I don't see myself bothering, honestly, because
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just... It kind of gets on my tits when people don't understand what people don't like about the newer Paper Mario games.
You have tits?
It's an expression. Shut up.
That's not a denial.